Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Harmony Nice and today I am going to be doing another one of my magical self-care videos. So I did one of these a while back when I was still living at my parents' and it was really good. It went down really well and I really enjoyed filming it because it kind of got me out of the house and got me doing some nice things. Also reflected on kind of what I was doing within my magic at that time. And then after that I went through like this huge phase of doing like huge rituals on the full moons and stuff like that. I think it was because like there was a lot of energy going on for Yule and Christmas and the New Year, the Aquarius kind of thing happening, so there was a lot going on. But then since I've kind of moved into this place, I've been kind of focusing on like small kind of more wholesome like chill rituals, especially as we are in lockdown in the UK and there's not really many things that I can actually do where I can go and like sit and be outside and like be with nature other than just like our daily exercise and our walks. So what I thought I would do is a magical self-care number 2 inside edition, and these kind of all reflect the low energy sort of spells that I've been wanting to do recently that require kind of minimum effort that I can just do around the house in the comfort of my own home. Again, focusing on that magical self-care element, and some of these do relate to like the feelings that I've been getting inside this lockdown too. So I've picked some favourites to share with you guys today. There's about 4 and yeah, I thought this would just be like a kind of fun, nice magical video for you guys. I also just want to mention that my tarot deck is coming out in less than 2 weeks, which is absolutely insane. And there was a tarot deck pre-order competition going on where you can win some cool prizes for pre-ordering my tarot deck and submitting your pre-order form so that you can have like a chance to win. And at the minute the prize that you can win, I believe, is the spell box, I think, but if not I will correct that. And you can just click the link in my description down below to enter and read the T&Cs on my website. It'll be really cool, so be sure to kind of get that in if you want to have like a chance of winning something like that and getting a pre-order in. So it's really exciting. It's very nerve-wracking. Yeah, so there's like a lot of nerves coming up to it, so I just want to thank you for all the support that you've given me on my tarot deck so far. And yeah, I'll also be using my tarot deck in this video, so you'll be able to see it a little bit more in this video, which is really cool. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this little kind of magical spell work video, and let's just jump right into it. Hello, so Editing Harmony here. I just want to mention before you start this video that the most important thing to do when you have smaller spells is to get your intention strong. I know this might be obvious to some people, like intention is the most important thing during spells. You need to make sure when you're doing smaller spells and you don't have like this kind of powerful ambiance going on, that you are setting a strong intention. You can spend some time meditating and visualizing or kind of conjuring the intention of your spell up so you can get the kind of focus clear before performing a smaller spell, so it kind of creates that strong intention. It works more effectively. So yeah, I thought I'd mention that. I was going to and then I forgot, so enjoy the video. So the first little spell that I've got to show you guys today I called Banishing Balm, and basically what it is a body scrub, and the purpose is banishing negative thoughts or feelings surrounding something negative that you'd like to let go of. And what you will need today is a little jar, or like a little Kilner jar or something like that. This specific sigil, note it down. Some sugar, about a cup, but kind of the measurements are preference based. Some coconut oil, some sage essential oil and some orange essential oil, some black paint and a paintbrush. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to start by taking a little bowl and taking the sugar, coconut oil and the essential oils and mixing them together in a bowl. So sage essential oil is great for cleansing, as you may know, and orange and citrus is also really great for banishing spells and things like that. The citrus is great for like removal. With the kind of mixing of this, I literally kind of just do it by like eye. I didn't do exact measurements or anything. I put about of a cup of that and about like 4 tablespoons of coconut oil, but just kind of mix it to your own personal preference. It doesn't really matter, just kind of get it the right consistency that you like until it makes like a nice kind of sort of body scrub like texture. That's kind of just how I went about this, because what you're going to be doing after this is using this in the shower for the kind of ritual side of it. And again, I kind of just did it by eye, kept adding more fragrances and adding other things until it was smell and was the texture what I wanted. Until it kind of looked like this sort of mashed potato-y texture. And after that, I just took a little spoon and spooned it into the jar and made sure it was all kind of packed down. And once I had finished doing that, I took some paint and I took my little paintbrush and on the side of the jar I painted the sigil, and you may just want to go back and pause it and write the sigil down somewhere. And I just painted it on the side of the jar and then let it dry. This is why it's best to do this on a waning moon, but honestly any time of the month is fine for this. You just pop it on your windowsill and you want to leave it overnight with usually a fear removing crystal or something on top of it. This one particularly removes fear and anxiety. And leave it overnight in order to activate the sigil, and then it should be ready for the next morning for you to use within the shower. And what you want to do is when you are in the shower, you just scrub it all over your body like a body scrub, and as the water kind of washes it away, you visualize the negative emotion or negative feeling washing away with the body scrub. And you can just pop this in the fridge after you have used it. And then after that, you can just use it any time that you have something like this come up until it's gone, basically. And then you can make another one. So yeah, it's really great for something small if you'd like to just have something at hand to remove like a negative feeling or something like that, especially if you have them coming up quite frequently. And yeah, it's just a really great small little spell. So the next spell I've got to show you guys today is a bit of a bigger spell. It is a self-embracing ritual. And the purpose is self-love, increasing self-care and removing insecurity. And what you're going to need is 2 small pieces of paper and a pen, a small red or pink candle, a sweet tea like a rose or strawberry tea with a teapot or a flask so you can have more than 1 cup if you'd like, some strings, some scissors, a cozy pillow, and half an hour to an hour or a bit longer than that depending on how long you'd like this ritual to last and your personal preferences. The best time to do this is a full moon or a Sunday or something like that, because it's kind of a bigger deal, I guess, and you're going to need some more time to do this. So start by finding somewhere to lay and set out a pillow and a blanket maybe. And then grab yourself that tea or pour yourself a pot of tea into a flask or something like that, and grab yourself a mug too. Make sure that everything is set up so you've got everything that you need for the ritual in the space that you're going to be performing the ritual. And once you're settled, light your candle and just sit for a few minutes and wait for your tea to cool down, and just take some time to just be with yourself. You can kind of take a couple of sips of tea once you're ready, just spend a bit of time relaxing and everything like that, and reflecting on the ritual and the purpose of the ritual. So with your bits of paper, you want to take your first bit of paper, and on the first piece of paper you write an insecurity that you would like to get rid of or overcome, or something that is worrying you about yourself, or something that you don't like about yourself, or something you're struggling with, but it has to be something you're struggling with, don't just like think of it. And then fold it up. And then on the other piece of paper, write 3 more things that you love about yourself, or that you are proud of yourself or something. And if you can, make it contradict your first statement. So for an example, if I was to put, I don't like my nose or something like that, I would then put 3 statements as to why it either doesn't matter that I don't like my nose, or why it may be unnecessary to dislike my nose or something like that, why I should like my nose, you know? Once you have done that, take the folded up piece of paper that has your insecurity in it and tie it up with a little bit of string. And once you have done that, hold the piece of string and paper in your hands and like feel it, feel the insecurity, feel the fact that your insecurity has gone into this piece of paper and that it no longer is hurting you, and that it's in this paper now and it's taken away from you. So kind of visualize that and say the words, today I'm free from insecurity. What are these insecurities? Are they me or reflections of what I have seen? They are not me, not me, not me. I am free from insecurity. And after you have done that, what you want to do is take this little piece of paper and just go to your freezer and pop it in the bottom shelf of your freezer or the back of your freezer, say goodbye to it and allow it to freeze, and then leave it in there until your insecurity has gone, and then after that you can just throw it away. So it could be months, but just after that you can just throw it in the bin. So after you've done that, just spend some time kind of chilling and reflecting on your loveliness. And what I like to do during this ritual to kind of show the love that I have for myself is just sit and kind of give myself like an embracing hug. And if this feels weird, you can hug your pillow. But sometimes we don't ever hug ourselves, and it's kind of nice to just sometimes show yourself and your body your appreciation. Just spend a little bit more time kind of sipping your tea after you've done that, just reflecting on your loveliness and all the things that you should be proud of yourself for. And then you can take the piece of paper that has what you love about yourself and keep it at your altar or store it in a journal to remind yourself when you're feeling low. So you kind of have that at hand if you ever feel that insecurity creeping back in. So the next spell that I've got to show you guys today is a super simple candle magic one, which it works really effectively. And the purpose is to feel less lonely or calmer during times when you are alone. And I know that's a very prevalent problem as of right now, especially for a lot of people, including myself sometimes. So what you'll need for this is literally a white candle and a dark blue or purple candle. That's all you're gonna need. And a lighter of some kind. So a blue candle is great for removing fear and anxiety, and a white candle represents clarity. So what you want to do is just set up a comfortable kind of spot. I just kind of took this board to pop my candles on, and I just set the 2 candles up. So I set the darker candle, the kind of dark blue candle, and then I set the white candle up as well, just in a nice kind of comfortable spot. And then what I did is I just took my lighter and firstly lit the dark candle, and then what you want to do is focus on the dark candle and just say the words, my fears will no longer be, I leave them here. Leave behind pain, anxiety and fear. And you want to feel yourself putting that kind of fear of being alone into that candle, you know, placing it into that candle. It's not yours anymore. And then after you've done that and you've kind of visualized yourself putting your fears and anxieties around being alone into that candle, just light the other candle, the white candle, and say the words, my loneliness is healing, for I am not alone at all, surrounded in a second by a crowd or a call. My loneliness is healing, even when quiet surrounds me. Remove these thoughts of fear and let loneliness heal me. After you've done that, blow out both the candles, and whenever you're feeling lonely, light the white one and just sit with it for a few minutes and remind yourself of these words, and then feel the feeling of lonely becoming less present as you do that. It's a really great, simple kind of candle magic spell to do, and I like it because when you light the candle, you do feel that loneliness kind of disappear. Because it reminds you of that sort of words. It's also kind of cool to just maybe note down the spell to read back to yourself whenever you feel lonely and have that candle lit. So yeah, and then what you can do with the dark candle is just chuck it away, or you can save it for another fear removing spell. So the last spell that I've got to show you guys today is a take your time tarot spread. And the purpose of this tarot spread is to balance yourself during a chaotic time, pace yourself, and allow your moves to prevent overwhelm and burnout. So what you're going to need for this is just two things, and you're going to need your closest tarot deck, so the tarot deck you feel most connected to, and a yellow candle to represent abundance and light and joy throughout kind of this chaotic time. So what you want to do is just set up a calm and quiet area where you will not be disturbed, and light your candle and just sit with your tarot cards. Shuffle and place your energy into them as you kind of normally would. I have lots of videos on my channel to do with tarot reading and stuff like that, and there's loads of information if you don't read your tarot cards regularly, but usually everybody has a personal preference with how they shuffle their cards and pick their cards. I like to kind of hold my energy over my cards and then pick them out as I get drawn into them. Then I lay my cards out into this formation. Lay your first card on the lower left of the area that you are laying your cards, and this represents your current overwhelms and stresses. Lay your second card next to it, and this will represent what you should be focusing on during this time, or focusing on sorting during this time. Lay your third card next to that one. This one represents what can be put to the side currently that you don't have to put at the top of your priorities. And lay the last card above the second card, and this represents how to keep balance during this time, or what you need to know on how to keep balance during this time. After you have laid out your cards, you can just take notes and refer back to them whenever you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed or unsure where to go next. Let your candle burn out, as kind of usual with spell candles, and just take it from there. So yes, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed kind of sneak peeking in on my tarot deck a little bit more, and love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.